I don't, yo, I'm, I'm back again. I don't know what's going on. This has happened a couple times now where some reason I drop, and I have no, I can't, I can't tell y'all why. It's just all of a sudden they don't want me to be successful, I guess, or they don't want me to broadcast 2024. I don't know, man. Just weird, very weird. But this is so it's gonna come on twice on my timeline, I guess. But I don't know where it started off. I broke off, but um, it is great to hear that those numbers, that 45% number, was not accurate, and that's a good thing. So let's get back to this season. I'm gonna say this: watching this Ole Miss game, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When Ole Miss scored on the first drive, I was like, I don't feel good about this game. But I'm telling you, man, it is weird to go back and watch these games over with and to honestly feel better about this team at this point. They're 2-2. They should be 3-1. Think about that for a second. They were 3-1 at this moment. If they were 3-1 and we beat Georgia at home, then we beat Ole Miss on the road, we are ranked in the top 25 for sure. it's it's you beat, I can't remember what Georgia was ranked at the time. They were definitely top 10, and you beat Ole Miss number 6 on the road. Um, they will be a top 15 team. What's up? What's up, Coach? But you didn't put me through hell, man. It's just it is what it is. But if we beat number 6 on the road and number top 5 team at home, you are ranked in the top 15. And when you ranked in the top 15, I guarantee you the season would have turned out differently. Even with the same cast of characters, I guarantee you the season would have went differently. I can, I'm not gonna say guarantee, but I feel very good that we beat Vandy the next week. I want you to think about that. I feel if we're 4-1 after this game, beat the number 6 team on the road and beat the number top whatever, I can't remember what Georgia was ranked, whatever they were ranked, we would have beaten Vandy. It would have been 5-1. I feel comfortable saying that as someone who has played with beating a team, you get some momentum. We beat Vandy. Now, what happens after that is up for discussion. But if you beat Vandy and you're 5-1, do you lose to Auburn? And then you beat who we play? Murray State. So that gets you to 7 wins. I don't. We don't beat Texas. Um, we don't beat Tennessee because just of the history, I think. And let's say you don't beat Louisville, so you win 7 games. I think that's highly possible. With if you if 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 you have beaten Georgia, because watch these games. I'm telling you, these first 5 games, these boys play hard. They play with energy. And when I say energy, it's easier to see energy on the defensive side than the offensive side. Because defense is all about energy and effort level. Um, as I remember, the O line, I actually broke this down last night, so it's not as fresh in my mind. I think the O line, this is kind of on par with the South Carolina game, not as bad because I don't think Ole Miss D line was as good. This is not one of their better games as I remember, in the passing game. But we ran the shit out of the ball though. Pause. We did run game. We were where we needed to be. Pass game, leakage. So let's get into it. Let me put my old handy dandy clock up and let's see what happens. Oop. Don't tell me. All right, y'all. It's not allowing me to. Technical difficulties, y'all. It's the name of the game. Let's see what I can do until it fixes itself. So I'm going to have to shut it down and start over. So as I was saying, when you look at it again, y'all, your perception changes. It can change if you're being honest with yourself. If you're just like we sucked last year and you're gonna ride with that, that's fine, and you have every right to believe and hold on to that because it was a bad year. But when you really, if you can sit down with it with constructive eyes, man, it was there. So we should have probably lived with a few more quick hitters. Now, Ole Miss was in man a lot on the perimeter, so it even made it easier. But now I don't want to say that easier because you know someone in cover three, hit him with a couple hitches real quick. But right here, man, we got this is not the way you start the game off. These two guys got whipped one-on-one on two swim moves. Boom, boom. They're done. This is done. That's a loss. That's a loss. Everybody else did pretty well. But those two guys on the left side, oof, that's not good. Thank God we had a quick game going. Because that's not a good way to start the broadcast off. I'll say that. If I'm trying to defend you guys on the O-line, it's not a good way to start. But now, we come back to here. All right. This to me shows everything about Brock and his processing. All right. He locked on to whom he wanted to throw to right now. Okay. That's whom he locked into. Now, I want you to show something. Now, this is a good time, right? Excuse me. I want y'all to think about this. This is trips. This is, as we call, 12 personnel. So 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, single back, 1 back, 2 tight ends, 1 back, 2 tight ends. So when you have 1 back, 2 tight ends, if you think about it, 5 linemen, 7, 8, 9, 2 receivers out in the route. All right. So now, this is what I think about quarterback. Okay. If Ole Miss is in single high, man under, lock up. There's a guy over here locked up. He's locked here. He's locked there. All right. So mine, and probably depending on how they run it, these two on that running back. There's another corner out here that's locked on that receiver. All right. So let's think about this from football standpoint. If I know my route is over and an over route, 2 over routes, the first guy I'm going to look at is this guy. I want to see, is he going to drop in coverage? All right, let's think about it. If he doesn't drop in coverage, all right, and if this guy gets into center field, there is nobody over here. And I'm going to tell you, as a DB, if I have to cover basically 30 plus yards of width, it's a hard day for me. So this is what I want you to understand. Right now, as a quarterback, when I play action fake, I see I'm going to look here, then I'm going to look here. See, because I know where my guys are going. This is the, I learned, but I'm going to say, big ups to my coach in Little League, Coach Haywood. Coach Haywood was a quarterback for Eddie Robinson at Grambling State. He taught me a whole lot at the age of 8 and 9 that an 8 and 9 year old could digest, but I was able to grow with it as I went up in age, and especially at corner. It helped me out a lot. All right, so right now, play action fake. First thing I'm doing is get my eyes to the safety. Where is he at? He's turning and running. He's deep middle. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to peek right here to see what he's doing. All right? Because he has a tight end. He has Caddis, right? If he is not freeing up, I'm throwing the ball over here. I'm throwing the ball to him. Look how wide open this guy is. He's butt naked. He is so open. If you throw a good ball to, I'm going to say that's Macklin, he might score. Think about it. If he throws a dart to Macklin on the numbers, he's able to turn up the field. The only guy, because I'm going to say he's done if you throw a good ball. You got a one-on-one with that. See what I'm screaming? Throw a better ball, and that's even a good one. But man, this is the one I want. Both of them, UK rushed it 47 times and passed it 27. Huh. That's not bad. See, for all the people who want to get pass happy, is that 60-40? 47, that's 74. I'm a math guy. I'm sorry, y'all. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's almost 60-40. 63% running. And here's the thing that kills me with that is that I hear too many people talking about, oh, we run the ball to prevent the defense from having to be on the field so they can get exposed and blah 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 blah. It's bullshit. No one says a damn thing about how Navy played last year. What was Navy's record last year? Did they win 10 games last year? Did Navy win 10 games last year? Hold on, y'all. I think Navy won 10 games. If they didn't win 10, they definitely won 9. That's better than 4. They were 10-3 last year. And they beat Oklahoma in the bowl game. I thought they won another big game, but apparently they didn't. They beat all the teams. Ooh, they lost to Rice. Damn. And my son goes to Rice. I know Rice was not good this year. So, um, I hate saying stuff like this, but Mike B brings it up. It's like y'all. It's like how fun the air raid was, right? If you're old enough, because now you know what's crazy, Mike. I don't know how old you are, Mike. You might be a young'un too, but you know what's crazy is that some fans are were not even around when the air raid was around, which is interesting. That just shows how damn old I am. So I want people to understand with the air raid and Tim Couch passing the ball all over the field, they won 7 games. But I hear this so much. Modern football, you need to be able to score, score, score. No, football is the greatest team sport. You need to be able to play complementary football. I don't care what it is. If your team scores 80 points, let them score 80 points and then see how your defense responds. Now, if they can score 40 points and play complementary football and not put your defense in bad situations, because what happens is if you put your defense on your opponent's plus 40, they're going to score. The best you can do as a defense is try to hold them to a field goal. But they're going to put points on the board. And your offense better be able to put points on the board too. But as a defense, what demoralizes a defense more than anything is to be able to damn run the ball on your defense when you know that they're going to run it. As a defensive back, play action fake is a bitch. That's why RPO is good, because if you make it look like a run, it's hard on the safeties. So 47 to 27, that's pretty damn almost 60-40. I'm down with that. Especially with the talent level we have on the offense at the skill position players. We haven't, when Wan'Dale Robinson, I wonder what the split was when Wan'Dale was here. If you have a dude as a receiver, you can get close to 50-50. I don't think people understand how close teams are to 50-50. Even what people would say pass heavy coaches are. They are closer to 50-50 than you would think. What's the guy who coached at Oregon, coached at the Eagles? Jeez, my boy, I am getting old right now. Oh, jeez. And I like the guy. What's the guy's name? Give me a second. Ooh, Andy Reid. What was the guy's? Chip Kelly. People don't understand how much, and he Chip Kelly is a big reason why Ohio State won last year. But the ability to run the ball, y'all, is so important. Because I'm gonna tell you this as a guy who coaches defenses in high school. If you pass the ball all the time, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. If you pass the ball 80%, if you pass the ball more than 70% of the time, we're gonna get you. Well, I'm gonna help my defensive coordinator devise something where we're going to fool a high school quarterback for sure. If you pass the ball that many times, we're gonna get you. If you balance, now it's hard. Cause I don't know if you're gonna run the pass. What coverage I'm gonna call on 3rd and 5 when you can legitimately run up pass it? You run 3rd and 5, and I know you're gonna pass the ball. Oh, I'm gonna trap coverage your ass, and I'm gonna get something off of it. I promise you. It's not to say you're not gonna win some of the time, but I promise you, We're gonna trap your ass and think that it's something, and you're gonna try to throw whatever it is, and we're gonna have a guy there. I'm just saying. If if you are if you are 50-50, I feel better for you. Even if you are you pass 60 and run the ball 40% of the time, you are. It's still hard for a defensive coordinator to gauge what defense to call. But once you delve into that 70-30, that means you're only running really on first and 10 and maybe third and short. Oh, we're gonna get you. You better have four dudes at wide receiver. Even when Spurrier back in his day, when he was running what do you call it? I don't want to say it's funny. It wasn't funny gun. Whatever he was running at Florida, they ran the ball. Fred Taylor toted the ball a lot when I played. So I'm just saying. Mike got me off on a tangent. I'm 30 minutes in almost, and we only going through a play or two. But this to me shows he locks on. And if that receiver's not open, we're in trouble. I got to put and that, he had more than enough time, y'all. More than enough time. Good pickup by Demi. I'll say this, y'all. I watched this film again. The way that these running backs, they were not perfect now. I'm not gonna lie and say they were always on. But the vast majority of the time, they stepped up in that hole and took on a linebacker. All right? Like this, yo. What pre-snap made him throw it to Dane Key and not Macklin? And the only reason I say that, y'all, this is the only reason I say that, is because they're in man-to-man. If Macklin is running the crosser, there is nobody over here. If you can get him the ball running, he has a better chance of getting away. Look, if you throw it to Macklin, he's got space. All right? So and this is what I'm trying to teach our current quarterback in high school, is pre-snap, have a plan. All right, I want y'all to think about this. All right. So, Dane Key motions over. All right. He sits. Okay. Quarterback. Defense has two options. If you already know their defense, all right. I guarantee you they're coning him. And now, what are these two DBs going to do against these two receivers? All right. So now, when you looking pre-snap, when he motions over, he looks. Saw how his head looked. If this guy is not inside leverage, you know, or you have an idea that they might play in and out on these two receivers. All right. So let's say they don't play in and out. You know already that if he goes across and one of these linebackers don't take him, this guy is beat by a lineman. He's outside of him. Okay? If they don't play in and out. If they're playing straight man, he's outside of him by a lineman right now. He's beat right now if one of these linebackers don't steal him. All right? This guy is technically going to be inside of Dane. If he runs a slant, he has a high likelihood of being inside. Okay? And I know I'm saying this now with time, but this is the things you got to process. You know what the fucking play is. You know what coverages they playing. You process this in when you go, all right, guys, we running Eagle 745 block, blah blah blah, ready break. When you break, you know, okay, if they come out man, I got this. When Dane comes in motion and that guy stays out, whatever, you do that before the snap while you walking the line of scrimmage. All this is through your head when you get the play. All right. So if they play in and out and no one presses the point, which is mean if someone comes and press the point means the guy who's close to the line of scrimmage. If someone doesn't press the point and they play in and out, I've got this guy beat because I can get to point A faster than he can because he doesn't know where I'm going. He's off the ball. He's 7 yards off from me. When I take the phone, he's beat already if they're playing in and out. Watch. He's beat. He's beat. Now he's beat. All right. I'm throwing it here. But we got the first down. Hold on, y'all. Had enough time too. Got time, got time, got time, got time. He's locked in. He's locked. This is the downfall of this. He is whomever is outside receiver. He's locked in now. He's not. There's no other route that needs to be ran. None other. All right. There's two routes to me that are butt naked open. He wants to throw it here. Front shoulders up. He wants to throw the deep ball. But I'm sure it's Baron Brown. He's covered. All right. Yeah, that's Baron Brown. He's covered. All right. You got a tight end. Man to man, guy underneath. He will never see the ball. You can throw it over his head. That's first option. Second option is right here. Who is guarding? Who's guarding him? Off the snap of the ball, when Barry Brown comes in motion, no one comes over to 13. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad with numbers. No one expands out with 13. So who's guard number 13? Let me go through this again, y'all. Pre-snap. He has him. Number 13 came from somewhere here in motion. When he motioned, no one on the defense adjusted. Watch. When Barry Brown motion, no one bumped out to 13. Somebody needs to bump out to 13. He's butt naked open. No one guards him. No one guards him. He's still unguarded. Throw the ball. Throw the ball there. Throw the ball there. This guy must be playing the hole. He's like, oh shit, no one's guarding him. And he tries to keep an eye on him. But there's nobody on 13, and the damn tight end is open if you throw it over the head of the linebacker. Look at everybody scrambling to go cover number 13 because no one is on him. This guy's back to you could throw it right here and let him go get it. There's nobody there. That's a problem, y'all. Yeesh. So y'all, I want you to understand. And that was more than enough time. Shit. I keep forgetting to document the amount of time on the clock. The amount of time you had in the pocket. Y'all, we're at 3.5 seconds, and he really could have stayed there even longer. Look, it's pretty hemmed up pretty well. This is your closest threat, and all you gotta do is slide in the pocket. He has more than 4 seconds of time, for sure. Like he could have stopped right here. Although everybody's over here. If he had time, he could have stopped and still threw the ball. But y'all, I want you to understand. This tight end is above this linebacker with nobody over the top. All you gotta do is feather a ball in there, and he's still running. I wouldn't say that's still running, but that's a completion. And no one, they finally got the 13. Is 13 Farrier? I don't know, y'all. More than enough time. More than enough time. More than enough time. Quick game. Catch the ball. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you talking about calling the perfect play in a perfect situation against a team that plays man, who has the quarterback? Y'all, they legitimately has no one to block. There's no one out here in blue jersey. Look at that. Oops, my bad. There's no one out there in blue jersey. If he catches that, now I don't know if number 11 someone's got to peel back, but man, that is. Oop, 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 oop. Gotta give. Play clock. I'll be a little bit off on this one, y'all. He's got more than 4 seconds because I started late. He's got more than 4 seconds. More than 4 seconds. Easily 4 seconds. All right. I'm going to tell you again. Throw that ball right there. There, man. As a quarterback, you love, man. Just give him a shot. Look, he would have thrown this thing to the back pylon and let his guy go get it. No one else going to. If he throws it far enough, you only had one guy who had a chance to catch the ball. You got to let the damn ball go. Don't run out of bounds. Fight for those extra yards. Now this, I remember. This hurts me because we had a damn good drive and only got 3 points out of it. That's not good. As a team is going to live in man to man, you got to make them pay, man. Quick game. That's pretty good time. You see, this is what I want people to understand is when you get to here, if he stepped up in the pocket, instead of staying there, if he would have in baseball took a crow hop. It's not a crow hop. But if he would have slid up, it would have been an easier throw. Got to catch that ball, though. Ball hit you in the hands. Got to catch it. Oh, my God. Caddis, what the fuck are you doing? He got your hands down, and then you try to trip. That's a loss. And again, that's not an old lineman, y'all. I want you to understand that. That's a half roll. Is this a screen? Oh my God, this is a clusterfuck here. That's a loss. This is embarrassing. So I take that back. It was an old lineman that got beat too. So, but the tight end guy was initial threat. Not good, y'all. That was shitty. That was horrible. That's real good. See where he throws? See, I just see this. See, this is y'all. Ugh! Why doesn't he throw it here? There's nobody on him. There's legitimately nobody on him. And I'm not sure if that's Dane Key, but there's nobody on him. Let me see a number. Let me see if I can get a number. That is Dane. Dude, there is nobody on Dane Key right now. I don't know the formation. Okay. There's no tight end in the box. There's two backs, which is really a receiver in the back, but that's two backs. That's 20. So you got 8 in the picture. You got Dane, that's 9, 10. You got to have another receiver out up top. So they got 2 receivers up. You got 2 receivers here, and you're going to end up with 2 here. All right? So Dane Key is the outside receiver. They never adjusted to the motion of the back. So you can see 23 saying you got to push to him because he's a running back. And number 11 doesn't push, he blitz. So now someone is not covering those, either Dane or Macklin. Dude, Dane Key is butt naked open. Right here. The only person that's covering him is the umpire. Third and 6. Y'all, now I'm looking at it, y'all, even with even fresher's eyes. We had Ole Miss confused. We killed them with the motion. They don't know who has who right now. Who is guarding 15 and who's guarding 13? 15 is wide open right now. 3rd and 6. But we locked on to whom we was going to throw to from the snap. No ability to process. 15 is wide open. Oh my God. Oops, y'all, I'm see how much time he had. Yeah, more than enough time. Clean pocket. No one at his feet. Good throw, though. That was the harder throw because somebody was open without being covered, which would have been an easier throw. Move the pocket. Good ball. Good route, good ball. Why that corner let Dane Key get in his blind spot? That makes no sense to me. Move the pocket, had more than enough time, right? All I remember, I think we got two snaps where the O-line just totally blew it. More than enough time. Whoo-wee. I'm just saying, y'all, an aggressive quarterback throws his ball to Maclin that way. Maclin right now they're obviously playing some type of zone. Maclin this guy's foot is closer to the 30, and Maclin is closer to the 35. This guy is at least a yard and a half under Maclin. If we throw that ball to here, we got a shot. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. More than enough time. He threw the ball in 3 seconds. 2.5. Right at little over 2.5. Right at 3. I like he got the ball out of his hands. I like the way he got the ball out of his hands, but man, there are other things that are there. I just want people to understand. Whew. The more I watch, the more you got to take that criticism off of Bush Hamdan. The more I watch, at least now this is game 5. My criticism of the OC has gone considerably less than what it was. Did I start the clock? Yeah, I think I restarted. Play action. Sometimes, y'all, I'm really considering, did we run 2-man routes because that's all Brock could process? I'm really starting to consider that we simplified the passing game for the quarterback. Good ball. Bang. See, this one, if I look, he threw the right one. If I'm still looking at this one first, all right, because this corner sits. But the difference is, look where the safety gets. The safety never gets to the middle of the field. He stops. If I'm looking at the safety and he doesn't cross the hash, then this one is the best option because he's jumping it, right? But on the first one, it was the opposite. And he's got more than enough time, y'all. He's at 3 seconds on release. He could have slid up in the pocket. He could have. This is what I'm saying. This is the patience. Right now, my head, I know, dude, it's the route concept is simple. It's not like I got to figure out something. All right, I know my 2 over routes. I'm looking at the safety. I'm still looking at that safety. I'm still looking here. I'm still looking at safety, He stops. Now I come back. Because this, in my opinion, this is number 1 against man. This is number 2. I don't care who is running what. All right? Once that safety stops, I know right now, I'm still looking at the safety. When I know right now that I can hit this one, and if I throw a good ball, he can turn up and score. Because this safety didn't cross the hash, he bit there. Because I'm looking at him. But Brock, on the other hand, knew who he wanted to throw it to, period. He was not going anywhere else. Sometimes, y'all, some of these good plays is fool's gold a little bit. The line gave him time, y'all. Sometimes the defense is gonna win, and they broke up that pass. That's just good defense. Just good defense. They're gonna win too, y'all. Hopefully you can win more, but they're gonna win too. Seem like they're blitzing. Whatever y'all want to say, including myself. Wherever we want to say about Boulware, one thing I know he coaches well is blitz pickup. Because them motherfucking running backs, boy, they are sticking their head in there and doing their best job of trying to protect the quarterback. This is a blitz on 3rd and 10. Come on, Big 73. Come on, Big 73. You got to do a better job. So this is not a compartment failure. That is a one-on-one failure. Guess we got PI. Yes, that was a PI, because now I remember this play, y'all. Y'all. Ole Miss defense is so confused. Watch number 85. Is that Dingle? Or Dingle was 15. I don't know. 85. He's wide open, y'all. I could have thrown this ball left-handed. He's wide open. Inability to let the play develop. 85 is wide open. Even when he threw it right here, 85 is wide open. 85 is wide open no matter how you slice it. He's wide open, y'all. He's butt naked open. Now we got lucky. We got another penalty. We got lucky. We was fortunate. Got another penalty. But come on, man. I'm just showing. I want y'all to understand. All the clamoring for the play calling. All the belly aching for the play calling. And there are guys consistently wide open. And we don't ever throw it to them. I don't think in these first 5 games, the percentage of guys being wide open, it's not like this high. But we ain't never throw it to the guy that has nobody on him. We have not thrown the ball to the guy that has nobody on him. Not once. And that's a good ball. Whew. Game changer there, y'all. Be honest with you. Ole Miss scored the first drive of the first half and got stalemated the rest of the way. When we got up 10-7 and the way we marched, I think the back-to-back consecutive drives gave me confidence. We should have been up 14-7. Again, y'all, this season was fucking horrible on record. But when you start looking at these games, it gives you a little bit of a pause. Now, y'all, why did he throw the ball to Macklin here and not there? Make it make sense. He has more than enough time in the pocket. He has 3 seconds. There's no one at his feet. The O line gave him all the time in the world. Why did he not throw the ball here? Answer me. Why did he not throw the ball there? I need answers. Now, this is not good. Again, it's a one-on-one play. It's a one-on-one play. It's not a compartment or department or whatever you want to call it. Failures. One guy that just got beat. That's not good. That's not good. It wasn't a system failure. It was a one person. All right. That right there is a big time throw with a great route concept against man. That right there is a big time throw. 15 from Ole Miss didn't bite on shit going that way. He did not. He didn't bite on the H-back coming, pull, and release. He didn't bite on none of that. This is high level play by that defensive end, and even better play by Brock. That's a great play. That's awesome. I'm gonna give him credit where credit's due. That's awesome. That's high level. Because the defense, I mean, if you look at it all the way across the board, everybody but Dane keep coming across on a shallow route. Everybody else on that right side of the field played the hell out of that play. And we still got big time yards. This is it's a failure by Mincy again. Oh my God. It's 2 games in a row. Mincy ain't do shit. You didn't give your quarterback any chance. That's 0. Although not much was open. Come on, man. We gotta do better than that. We gotta find a way to be better than that. Simple as that. No excuses. That's shitty. That's a long ass throw. I want y'all to understand. Good protection. This is what I want y'all to understand. Let's see where the ball snap. This is for my DBs. I always talk about this. Ball is on what? That'll be the plus 45. Plus 45. That's a 5-yard route. All right. That's a 5-yard route, right? 5 yards is from there to there. It seems very short, right? But when the length of the throw of the ball, that's like a 20-yard throw. I want y'all to think about that's 10 yards. You're on the hash. I think from hash to hash is it 16 or 17 yards? I think it's 16 or 17 yards. So this is almost 20 yards from hash to hash. Top of the numbers. Dude, that's 25-ish yard throw. Even though it's just a 5-yard throw as a DB, you should be able to make a play on a ball that's thrown that far. As Coach Smith used to tell us, you should be able to break 1/3 of the length of the ball is in the air. If that's a 20-yard throw, you should be able, let's say it's a 21-yard throw, you should be able to break 7 yards. That's a long throw, y'all. That makes that pass even more impressive. That's what I'm trying to say. In the NFL, it's kind of weird, right? In NFL, right, every throw is a long throw. because the hashes are close to the middle of the field. So it doesn't matter which hash the ball is on, it's a long throw. In college, if you're on this hash, that 5 yard throw is like 7 yards. But if that 5 yard throw to the bottom of numbers over here is long as it says 20 plus yards. So if you're like me as a guy in high school or in college, see, when the ball is on this hash, you can play a little bit further away if you're a corner here than if you're a corner here. So right here, I can bait this quarterback in throwing the ball because I know it's 24 yards. If I'm less than 8 yards away from the receiver and I got good eyes, front hand comes off ball, I can at least come and deflect it. Maybe pick it if he throws it inside. See, when you're this corner, you can be a little bit more conservative than if you this corner. Your ass better be tighter on him because it's a shorter throw. Words to wise to my prospective corners. If you're as attention to detail as I am, you really play to that. You legitimately play to, or you're gonna be perfect. Oh, I'm locking down the 7 yards on the receiver, but I know I can be a little further away. And depending on the quarterback, I can even be a little bit further if he doesn't have a cannon of an arm. All right, now he's got all the time in the world and no one's open. And man to man, there's no one open. Good ball. See, now that corner should be able to break that up. Oop, good ball. That's a good ball, y'all. And good job by the O-line. No one, look at that window. Look at that window he has to throw it through. That's no chance of the deflection. 3+ seconds. No one at his feet. That's winning football. See, sometimes as fans, and because I watched it as a fan too, you only remember the bad plays. And you forget, as Mike said, they threw it 27 times. Out of 27 times, if you can keep your quarterback up pretty clean around 18 or 19, you're doing pretty damn good, especially against an aggressive defense like Ole Miss. And he hasn't had many times where he was under the rest, like seriously. A couple. Damn it, Caddis. Damn good play call, y'all. Damn good play call against man. And you had a tight end butt naked open and he trips on the turf monster, grabs him. Step up. See, he waits too long. Step up, step up, step up. Why didn't he throw it? If this is the guy he was trying to throw it to. Unless they're not man, this corner's playing zone. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he can't throw it. He could have threw him down. Throw that ball down and low to protect him. Come on, y'all. That was bad on the O-line. I'm gonna give him that one. It wasn't totally, but I'm gonna just say this. This is how I'm looking at it when I was looking at it. So they're in cover 2. Right? Right when ABS, he doesn't have enough time. Right when ABS cut out and you read that corner, sit, you throw it right there. It's the same motion. He should have been ready to throw, and it was either shoulder down or shoulder up and throw it in that hole. See, see that? There's a hole there. He could have threw that ball to the outside receiver. Safety has no shot. Because so this is what's tough for cover 2, y'all. When the inside receiver runs a 12 to 15 yard out and his corner is, because in essence, if they're playing 2 read, he's supposed to settle on number 1 if number 2 is vertical. He's supposed to carry him a little further. Once number 2 stops, he can sit. Well, the safety is doing the same thing. If 2 goes vertical, he has him. And the corner has number 1 vertical. So the safety is thinking vertical, and he's going to be tighter to ABS because he's going to have him man to man. Once he goes out right there, his distance to number 1, look at how much distance. From the top of the numbers to the sideline is 9 yards. He's at least 13 yards away. That's a whole shot there. You watch the good ones, boy. You wonder how you can throw that ball there and why he's open, because this guy affected him, and now this guy's got to get all the way over. He also didn't have enough time. That's O-line's fault. That's on the O-line, y'all. Oh my God. Okay, that was intentional. Damn good call, y'all. Y'all gotta give my man Bush a little more credit. Y'all gotta give that man a little more credit. So he had the time. Let's see what he missed with the route concept. They played zone on him, so they fooled him. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. That's not on. They played a great coverage. They were playing man all game. Could he have thrown it here? Sure. But no one's open. The offensive line did a good job of blocking, except for that potential hole that they called it. They didn't call it. So Ole Miss defense won on that rep. They're gonna win, y'all. Their own scholarship. They gotta win some. Look at him slide in the pocket, helping his right tackle out. Look, if he can step up though and then slide, it'll be even better. Slid in the pocket. Let's see what happens as a result. 3 seconds. That's high level right there, y'all. This is the only thing. Once he gets to the top of the drop, boom, he's got to bounce forward a half a stride. But look where he started. He started on the hash, and he threw the ball at least 3 yards, 2 yards on the other side of the hash. That's a way to give his lineman some help. That's elite. Green. Damn. Mincy, ooh, I got jokes, but I'm not going to say it. Mincy gives her the inside so damn easy. But that's a way to slide, roll. Good. Good job getting the first down. I wouldn't have ran it, but I understand. I would have threw that ball to Macklin in the flat and let him take the beating. Okay, more than enough time. 2-man route, no one's open. You could have possibly thrown it here. I don't know why you're going this way though. See, you know you got nothing over there. Let's see what happens. That's not the O line or whatever happens, not on the O line. Ooh. Boy, he's throwing off of that back foot for no reason. He's throwing off of that back foot for no reason, and the ball gets tipped. I remember this play. That's a great call. Set your ass up and damn throw the damn ball. Ooh, Missy little offsides. See how he stepped up in the pocket and helped Mincy right there? Top of the drop, half stride up, Now the only problem is, why did 73 leave this so early? There's no reason for him to leave that guy so early, because now he comes and now you could have been there. Cox doesn't need your help there, and now we're winning. Although there's no one open, but he could have came open. Damn. Now that's bad O line operation. That's on the O line. That should have never happened. They had it blocked. They had enough people, and they fucking peed down their leg. That's another O line one. That's shitty there, y'all. No fucking way. You had everything at your resources, at your hands to block that and get something off and get some pretty decent yards. But no. Why? Shit. That wasn't on the old line. He had time. No wounds in his face. Little quick hitter again. Incomplete. Day one on that snap. Okay, we got time. Oh, how did we let that? We got 3-on-3 here. And why did 73 just disregard this? Again. Oh my God. Now, honestly, there's nobody open anyway. But damn. It's way to come back for the ball, whomever that was. Oh, this is the fourth down play. This is the biggest play of Brock's career. Easily. Only, and look, I want to say this. This play is only possible because the O-line did one of their best jobs of blocking. Look how many people they bring. They bring in 6. And they stuffed it. He had no one at his feet. He was able to step into the throw, and he threw a dart. And we won the game. That's the biggest throw of his life. Since he's retired, that is by far the most important and biggest throw of his football career. Again, y'all. Again. It's game 5. The O-line isn't really totally the issue. I want y'all to understand that. The O-line is not perfect. Damn, Mincy, who is 73? I'm giving names. I'm giving names. Who is 73? So it's not totally on the line. Right? I hope y'all can see that. I'm not saying the line isn't at fault. God knows they are at fault. They have something to do with what happened. Hold on, 24, 20. Who was 73? That Dylan Ray? Oh, shoot. I don't know, but 73 was screwing up too. Someone told me last thing 54 was Mincy, so Mincy was not doing well, and 73 was not doing well either. Come on, man. Like that, when we have enough people to block, and you are taking the wrong guy when the guy's sitting there right in front of you, that makes no sense to me. So I still want y'all to understand. I want y'all to take some of this heat off of the OC. Because I always say this. No matter how good you are as a play caller, offense or defense, if your players can't execute it on Saturdays, it's going to make you look like shit. And when you look at these plays and you see guys running open, you see guys available, you see the scheme can work, and you're not getting anything out of it because the guy behind the center or guys running wrong routes or O linemen not having their responsibility. It is one thing, like you've seen a couple guys get beat one-on-one. It is one thing to get beat one-on-one. It's gonna happen. But it's the system failure. Like a couple of these by 73 at the end of the game. Like, come on, man. But as a whole, I understand. I see what we're trying to do. Now we're on to game 6. I think it's good old Vanderbilt. Ugh. Talking about a tough one to swallow. All right, y'all. That's 5 in 5 days. Let's work on